So, since we're on the topic of security, I have to talk a bit about the difference between authentication and authorization. And right now, the last lesson we did authorization. We actually said if you're an admin, then you're allowed to do the edit here on the weak plans. So let me just prove to you that that is right. Actually, the admin guy here, who is the scaffolded, one of the seated guys in the database, he actually is an actual admin, so he can actually do the edit, right? Where if I go to, if I log out and I select, I log in instead with the test user here, then you'll see that he's actually not an admin. He's just a test user. So if I go into the view now, even though he's logged in, he still don't have the buttons here, right? So he is authenticated now, but he's not authorized to make changes. So you can say authentication is, I want to know who you are. I want to make sure that you're the one you claim to be. Where authorization is more, do I have the permissions to do the things inside the program, right? So that's authentications, log in, authorization, do I have the permissions? That's kind of the two different ways we're looking at it. And what I did this lesson is I made it so that if you are logged in, you can see everything here, right? But if I log out, you have to log in to see something, right? So I just made a very simple change, and that's what I'm going to show you how to code now. And we're going to do it very basic here. We're going to start off by having a look in the auth service. Remember, that's where all the authentication is going on. And this is actually also where you have to do your redirects and stuff like that. Let's just start out with the login here. So there is a method at line 122, in my machine at least, sorry, in my code at least, that says is logged in. And that's the one you have to find. And that's the one we want to map from here to our syllabus controller, because that's where I want to change things around. If I go into the syllabus controller, all I've done is pretty much like the last lesson. I've added the auth service here, and I'm using it just to pass on is logged in to another function name called is authenticated. So this is just passing on the function, so I can call this anywhere else in my code, in my HTML code now, right? So if I go into the syllabus to make this work, all I've done is I've added an ngIf to the row. And honestly, we could do an ng show here if we wanted to, or hide, but I don't want this code to be shown at all if people don't have access. So that's why I do an ngIf. So the ngIf asks, is this guy authenticated? If that's the case, then we show this one. If that's not the case, then we just show this one, okay? So it's very simple for me to now add authentication. And let's just save this and go back and have a look. If I log in again with any of the guys here, let's just do the test one. Then I get the page. As soon as I log out, then I'm back to see the login.